Apple's first foldable iPhone is starting to sound less like a crazy rumor and more like a real product that people are actually testing. And apparently, the early reactions are surprisingly positive. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, some people who've already had hands-on time with Apple's upcoming foldable, reportedly called the iPhone Ultra internally, are impressed by some of the things that actually matter when you use a foldable every day. For starters, the size seems to be one of its biggest strengths. Despite opening up into a much larger display, testers apparently like how easily it slips into a pocket. Even the hinge is getting praise, with people liking both the feel and the durability. And then there's the big screen. When you unfold the phone, Apple is reportedly using iPad-style app layouts to make better use of all that extra space. So instead of simply stretching the normal iPhone interface across a bigger display, apps can actually show more information side by side. That could make the iPhone Ultra much more useful for things like multitasking, gaming, watching videos, and getting actual work done. But there's one area where Apple might have made a pretty surprising compromise: the cameras. Gurman says the foldable works surprisingly well as a giant camera viewfinder, which makes sense given that you essentially have a mini tablet-sized display in your hands. But despite the premium price, Apple apparently isn't giving it a telephoto camera. The current expectation is a dual-camera system with a 48-megapixel main sensor and an ultra-wide camera. And honestly, that could be a tough sell. If Apple really launches this phone somewhere around $2,000 and potentially above $2,500 for higher storage, buyers might expect the complete flagship camera experience. So having no dedicated telephoto lens could definitely push some people toward an iPhone 18 Pro Max instead. There's another interesting compromise too, and this one is actually about unlocking the phone. Rather than putting Face ID underneath the display, Apple is reportedly going with Touch ID built into the side button. That might sound like a step backward, but there's a pretty logical reason for it. Apple apparently wants the unfolded phone to be incredibly thin, around 4.5 millimeters. And fitting the Face ID hardware underneath that ultra-thin display could simply be too difficult right now. The funny thing is, Touch ID might not even be a deal breaker for everyone. Some people actually prefer the simplicity of a fingerprint sensor, especially on a device that you're constantly folding and unfolding. As for the design, Apple is reportedly taking a very familiar book-style approach. You're looking at a roughly 5.5-inch display on the outside, which opens up into a much larger 7.8-inch screen on the inside. So when it's closed, it should feel more like a normal smartphone. Open it up, and suddenly you're basically carrying a tiny iPad. And that seems to be the whole point of this device. Apple isn't just trying to make a foldable iPhone. It's trying to make a foldable that feels polished enough that you actually want to use it every day. The big question is whether all of this will be worth the price, because Apple is reportedly preparing to unveil the iPhone Ultra alongside the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max around September 9th. And if the rumors are right, this could easily become one of the most expensive mainstream smartphones ever made. Starting at around $2,000 is already a lot, but if higher storage configurations push it beyond $2,500, Apple is going to need to convince people that this isn't just an iPhone with a folding screen. It's an entirely different kind of iPhone. And judging by these early hands-on reactions, Apple might actually be getting surprisingly close.